I'm going to teach seminars. So I'm going to teach how to launch your first seminar, whether virtual or in person. This is like the game that I love, right? Like I love the story, but the game of launching the seminar is like, that's one of the things I do best with people. The first step is action, and without action, and without actually putting it somewhere and being like, hey, it exists now in my calendar, it will not happen. All right, and that's always the scariest part. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm actually doing a seminar now, okay? Second step, here's a little trick. Invite a couple friends. Tell your friends, hey, I'm putting on the seminar. I really want you to come to the seminar. Normally the tickets are hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. I'm going to give you the tickets for free. But as my friend, you have to come the entire time. Then you have at least 3 people. Exactly. And then what it does is it's like one of these things where you put your reputation on the line and you've told some friends and now you have a reason. Remember I talked first day about putting these necessity goals on yourself? So now you've put this necessity goal on yourself that you have to hit it. It's also kind of a reputation goal. One of my coaches, Dan, used to say, it's like your reputation's at stake now. So now you actually have a reason to actually go after this thing and you impose this on yourself and it's a good thing. So you've raised the stakes. Great. I picked a date. I had a couple of my friends that are coming. I now have a seminar, and then you call the next people. You're like, yeah. So I already got some people coming to my seminar, which is true. And then, I'd love for you to come. Isn't that an amazing position of power to call from? Right? It's a different phone call versus you're on the phone call and you're like, hey, I don't have anybody come to my seminar. Would you be the first one? It's a different thing. You have abundance now versus I got to get that first person to buy. Make sense? So now you have a seminar date and you also have people coming. And now you have a reason to actually get into action and do it. Now the truth is you could probably pull off a local seminar A to B in 30 days because people in local environments don't make decisions to the last minute anyway. So it's really easy for somebody locally to come and go, yeah, I'm going to come for a day to a seminar. And they make a decision a week before, 2 days before, 3 days before. I give you 60 days as a buffer because the first 30 days you'll procrastinate and the next 30 you'll move your butt. Make sense? Okay? So in a national one, you really got to get moving right away. We're going to market this event like right after this for next year. So we'll have like 1,000 people at this event next year because we'll start the marketing early. But if you don't do marketing and you don't really start marketing this thing way in advance, it's hard to fill it last minute. Okay? So for you, because you're not doing like a whole marketing thing online to fill this right now, you can do campaigns to your social group, whatever. We mostly campaign to our email list on this. But if you're going to do a real marketing campaign where you're going to advertise the event and you're going to run ads and you're going to go to your email list and you're going to go to your social and you're going to go to your network, like you can really pack rooms with that. But if you're just going to go to your warm group of people that you know, you can just pick up the phone and call all these people and send out some emails to them and you'll get some people to show up. Make sense?
All right, quick pause. So if you're liking this and you want help applying it to your business, just click the link down below and you can book a free strategy call with one of my consultants. And these exact systems I'm sharing with you today, we've helped thousands apply them to their business. Let's get back to it.
So for you, you're looking at maybe like 15, 20 people that you're going to put in your first seminar. If you want to go for 50, go for 50. You saw some of the examples I gave already, like Brandon Hawk, he had 42 people show up and he did 250,000 or 260,000, okay? And he was able to do that because he had a network of people locally. These are all people he mainly knew locally. So it was easier to get 42 people in the room. David, you heard his results, 160 or whatever it was, 1,000 at his first event. I think it was 169,000 because I think it was 142 at the event, and then he charged like 2,000 a ticket or something, okay? Or 1,000 or 1,500 a ticket. So total revenue of his event was like 169 or something, okay? And he only put like 20 people in the room. And some of them, I think it was 22, and some of them were like couples. So like a couple is really one buying unit. Make sense? So you really don't have 22. You might have had maybe 14, 15 real people in the room in terms of buying units, right? And so at that point, you've got, he did 169,000, so he made what, like $10,000 a head. If you have 15 people in a room times 10,000, that's 150,000. So for every person that came in the room, they were worth $10,000 to him. It's pretty good, right? First seminar, out of the gates, what did he do? He called his warm network of people. So this is a really, really great methodology, right? Now, these things seem easy because you can do them right now. You can pick a date, you can call a few friends, you can get them to come. the conversation to call and enroll people. You do need to be good at enrollment if you're going to enroll people to come to a seminar. So you have to have some enrollment skills, right? And then you get them to come to the seminar, and that's where the real game begins, because then your presentation and then your offers need to be spot on. Make sense? Okay? So that's where you need the most coaching and the most training is on that piece, is like how to design the offer and then how to make the pitch. And then, of course, how to design the content for the event. So that's like the game of the first seminar that you're going to do. Now, of course, all of that and going to market the seminar, you back it up and go, what's the message that I'm sending for the seminar? You do have to put some work into the marketing message so that people understand what you're marketing, right? But all of that can be worked out. So that's what you do. You set the date, you call a few people, you get more and more people to show up, and then when they show up, you rock and roll. You have your high-end offers ready to be made from the stage, and you make your offers, and you have a whole bunch of fun, and you make a whole bunch of money, and you help a whole bunch of people, and you have a great experience. And the cool thing about the seminar is, like, the seminar is the ultimate test of, like, how much space can you occupy? You know, when you think about a day, like we go through our days and like, you know, you walk in, you have a meeting with somebody, or you go in and you meet 2 people, or maybe you have a team meeting of 4 or 5 people, and the space you're occupying is minuscule, right? And it's like, you know, deep down inside, I'm like this big being, and like I could occupy universes, and you're occupying a room, or you're occupying one conversation, and you're like, man, I know I can create a bigger effect in the world. So one of the greatest experiences of a seminar is at the end when you get to see the effect you're able to create on people and with people. It's pretty awesome, yeah? So you walk away from that seminar and doing it with a capability of like a superhero. And the cool thing is, you know you have that capability, but unless you need to use that capability, you never actually bring out the superhero, so it lays dormant. So that's why doing one of these things is the true test of like how much power do I truly have, and you can see the power and the influence and the effect that you actually have on people, and you already have it. It's just you got to test it against the world and into the world to see that it's actually true and real. Even though you know it's true, you got to make it true by actually seeing that it's true. And that is actually what a seminar does. And you then begin to see, wow, I can really influence and really impact people. And then if you can do it in a room, of course you can do it online. But you don't get to see that effect. The most effect I ever get to see of what I make online is when I walk into somebody else's seminar room and most of the people in the room know me. I've seen your ads, I know you, Ted McGrath, and I'm like, wow, it kind of paid off, it feels good. But other than that, you're not seeing the effect. People are buying your stuff, people are coming through, you have an organization, you don't get to see it, which is why I love to hear success stories, because when I hear success stories, that's when I get to see the effect. But then I don't even get to meet the people until you come in a seminar room. So probably one of the greatest experiences you can have is actually put on a seminar and go, I'm going to do this thing. You get all kinds of people to show up, and then you see, wow, look at all these talents I have, look at my abilities, look at my expertise. But all that expertise, all that talent, all that ability lays mostly dormant your entire life until you actually get out and you do it. Does that make sense? And so nothing like raising the stakes and putting some pressure on yourself and going, hey, I'm going to go put this thing on and do this thing and put some positive pressure on myself and work towards a goal that's actually fun, and then show up and pull it off.
So if you're serious about scaling your business online and you want help with my one-to-many selling method to sell on podcasts or webinars or virtual stages or in person, then click the link down below and book a free strategy call. My coaches will help you implement it. We've worked with over 30,000 businesses on these very same strategies. Click it down below and go book. See you soon.